candidates can campaign freely, safely, and fairly, while reducing avoidable clashes, logistical challenges, and tensions that may arise when multiple high-profile campaign activities are scheduled in the same location at the same time. And this has happened before. I'm sure the police can attest to that. As we go along, we know that it's going to be a very heightened mood in the campaigns, and that this meeting, therefore, represents an opportunity for consultation, dialogue, and consensus. Believes that sustainable solutions are best achieved when all key stakeholders participate in their development and take ownership of the outcomes. The presidential campaign timetable that we seek to develop today is therefore not a departure from previous efforts. It is an enhancement of those efforts at the national level, informed by the realities we have observed during the campaign period and by the valuable feedback we have received from stakeholders. We have known of situations when a president wants to go and campaign, can't do this year because there's also another meeting somewhere else. We wouldn't want that to happen. And therefore, the development of this campaign timetable is to bring the order, to bring less developed at the start of the campaign period remain valid. Let me repeat that. I wish to reiterate that the campaign timetable, that is the parliamentary campaign timetable, that was developed at the start of the campaign period, and that is between yourselves as members of parliament, your members of parliament, candidates as members of parliament in the wards still remain valid to guide campaigns for parliamentary, that is National Assembly, mayoral, council chairpersons, and councillor elections. So you can imagine you have the right to campaign in a certain ward for your members of parliament, or your member of parliament has the right to campaign, or mayoral, council chairperson, or councillor. Then you have another presidential candidate from another party taking over that whole ward. There will be total confusion, and hence the need for us to have a coordinated approach, a fair approach, an agreed approach through the campaign timetable. The Commission remains impartial and committed to treating all candidates equally. Any framework that emerges from our deliberations today will be guided by the principles of fairness, transparency, equity, and practicality. We fully appreciate that presidential campaigns are dynamic and that candidates have varying campaign strategies and commitments. For that reason, the timetable must strike a careful balance between providing order and preserving the flexibility necessary for effective campaigning. Our expectations is that today's discussions will produce a framework that all candidates can respect and support, thereby contributing to a more peaceful and practicable campaign environment. Let me also emphasize that the success of any campaign timetable will depend not merely on the document itself, but on the goodwill, cooperation, and mutual respect to all political players, to all political actors, and for yourselves as presidential candidates. The Commission cannot achieve this objective alone. We require your partnership. We require your commitment to peaceful conduct and respect of each other's roles, including our role as managers in the management of the election. We require your leadership in ensuring that your supporters and campaign teams adhere to agreed arrangements and conduct themselves in a manner that promotes national unity and democratic values. Because each one of us has a right, either as an individual or as an institution. We have the right to ensure that as you go for campaigns, the police will have to protect you. As you go for campaigns, you are not you're not going to start talking about others in a manner that brings scorn, in a manner that brings disunity. Ensure that the campaign candidates or political previously communicated to political parties and candidates. The printing of ballot papers will commence on the 30th of June, 2026 in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates. In the spirit of transparency and inclusiveness, all political parties and candidates are at liberty to designate a representative to witness the printing process. Kindly note that any costs associated with the representation will be borne by the respective political party or candidates, and I'm sure you'll be able to meet that cost. I'm sure your supporters are looking forward to a candidate, to a presidential candidate that will sponsor them to go and see this very important task. Once again, I wish to thank you for your attendance and cooperation. I wish to assure you that the Commission remains committed to listening to stakeholders, to listening to yourselves, addressing concerns where necessary, and exercising its mandate. You know what we do in the management of the elections. I thank you very much for coming, and let's have a fruitful discussion. Let's all contribute, and let's all, at the end of it, we hope we can do condition. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, we have to give them, we have to address the issue. Media, before your phones disappear, you can, would you like to, so, yeah, I don't know. Media, you know our usual way before we start real serious business, or progress that will be achieved, but I would like to, maybe I don't, after. Okay, let's do the usual.